Welcome to the Left Hand Backhand Podcast, episode 20.
Two
We
zero.
apologize for last week. Jeff, actually, I don't apologize. Jeff, why don't you apologize to the audience?
I humbly apologize. It
Thank,
was
thank you.
quite a week. I prostrate myself before the audience.
Wow. That's a word, man.
That's how the Egyptians would do it.
That's a that's a good word. It's a word. Is that the word of the pod?
It could be more. I mean, it's the word of the day. We could say it's the word of the pod.
Well, the word of the
I
day is boobs, but
oh explicit.
nope.
Put that E.
No, it's just when you call someone a boob.
Oh, that like iCar or on Drake and Josh
I
when she
don't
would always
remember
call them
that, but
boo. You didn't watch Drake and
yeah, yeah,
Josh?
yeah. I didn't
She
really
would
watch
always
it that
call
much,
them.
but
She would call them boobs.
that's right. I did forget that.
That was the only time I was allowed to like quote that as a kid.
Oh,
I
that's
do
funny.
apologize though. I was anticipating last week was going to be a great podcast. Up until the same day, but then my apartment decided to back out of our lease that we were signing with them and say we actually don't have one available for you at that day. Turns into a whole thing, and we've just been in the process of moving. So as you can see behind me, I am at Emily's grandparents' house for the week until
Nana.
Saturday, her Nana's house.
Oh,
And you get a good idea of the vibe in here. And
shout out
so
to all the Nanas out there.
shout out to every Nana.
I got a
Um,
Nana.
and I and I don't mean banana. I just mean Nana.
Well, I was actually referring to Wendy's dog, Nana,
Oh, I
but
was I was actually referring to Gwen Stefani's song. This is Nana. Nananas.
that's a yeah, Gwen Stefani. She's pretty cool.
Hey, for trivia, do you know what band she was in before she went on her own? What the band's name was? And they were pretty famous.
Uh,
They had a song
shoot.
on Guitar Hero, I think, called Spider Webs. They She had a few songs. She had this song, Don't
Oh,
Speak.
Guns N'
Dun, dun,
Roses.
dun, At the moment you said oh, I knew you were gonna say the wrong thing on purpose. Oh, it was No Doubt.
Oh, Def
No
Leppard
doubt. No. Oh, what's a Def Leppard song? Pour some sugar on me, baby.
or
It's a Def
Photograph.
Leppard. Or
Oh, we couldn't
oh
hear
wait,
that.
oh wait. Look at this graph.
Look at this graph. Well, we got a good show for you today.
We do.
Jeff apologized, so that's step number one on our list. We got some news and notes from the past couple weeks. I
Yeah.
apologize for my voice. I'm a little congested for some reason. I
Uh,
don't know
a,
why.
a little.
Yeah, I don't have a headache anymore, so that's good. Um,
You didn't even
so
tell me you had a headache before.
oh, dude, I had a
Oh
headache
God.
all day yesterday. It was miserable.
And you're like, you know what? How to cure this headache? Play 3 rounds of disc golf.
It
That'll
usually
solve all
works.
my problems.
Well, if I were to have played bad, it would have made it worse. So I
Yeah.
gambled, you know.
Hey, risk reward.
I
That's
mean,
how
I
you got to do it.
took a real chance at a high school dance on a Missy who was ready to
Stop.
play.
Stop.
Sorry, I thought we were going back to 80s bands. Yeah.
We could. Oh, that's true.
Aerosmith.
No doubt. Except no doubt was 90s, but almost.
No doubt, no doubt, no
Oh,
doubt.
but you said Def Leppard, so yes. Never
And
mind.
I was going Aerosmith there with my song that I was singing. But anyways,
Hmm.
so first note of the day. Football's back, baby.
I just was seeing that. I forgot that it was today, and I saw someone streaming it on TikTok illegally,
Oh,
and it was
report him.
awesome. I did. I reported him and said, "How dare you, sir?"
How dare
Uh,
you?
I couldn't believe it though. Watching Davis Mills throwing bullet passes to
It
dudes, I loved it.
Caleb Williams. So I think they're
Caleb
actually still
Williams,
playing right now as
yeah,
we are
yeah.
recording.
It's just started when I watched it, which was at six
So
forty five or
it's
something.
the Hall of Lame game, but
Oh, that's okay.
yeah, football's back and it's coming up soon, and I'm super excited. Didn't mean to say that. Sorry, I apologize. What's up,
I
brother?
knew, I knew it,
Uh,
brother.
and we are in August, so excited for school to be coming up soon. Didn't mean to say that.
Not
Sorry. Apologize, brother.
Watch it, brother. Watch it, brother.
Uh, no, I'm excited for the fall. So football's back.
Wait,
Olympics are
is your
going on.
daughter is your daughter going to be preschool?
Both girls will
Second,
be in schools.
that's crazy.
Paisley will be in
That's
kindergarten
insane.
and Junie in preschool.
Preschool already?
Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
Unreal. Unreal.
Which we are
She was
also
she was this
officially
big one
off
time.
of diapers and pull-ups and in underwear through the night. So
That's crazy, dude.
that's
Hey,
exciting.
shout out to underwear.
Shout out to Juniper.
Shout out to Juniper Jones.
No,
I don't know. I just think of Junie P. Jones. That's why I always
Junie
think of
B.
that.
Jones.
Junie B. Jones, Mr.
Dude,
and Mrs. Jones.
more like Mac Jones.
Or like Mac Hollins.
Ooh, he's been in the news a lot lately with
Yes,
his
he is.
footless
It's
lifestyle
shoeless
and his
is he's gonna
utensil-less lifestyle.
his he doesn't do his hair or anything, and he thinks you can get diseases from cats or something. What is it?
Oh,
What's his
yeah,
thing?
he's saying cats are like like of the devil and cats like no
Yeah,
like
they know. I was like, yo,
they
dude,
like look into your
that's
soul and like
even for me. Like, I could get with maybe a flat Earth, but you're on another end of the spectrum.
are you a flat
Just
earther?
kidding. Just kidding. I could never get with flat Earth. I actually have conversations with people all the time about this. Never
Oh,
could get on the flat Earth spectrum.
yeah, I don't even want to touch that. It's so
Never
stupid.
could get on the flat Earth spectrum, brother.
Um, the other note that I had was my dad came to Colorado since the
Woohoo!
last time we
And
recorded.
played a lot of golf.
So I got to play a couple rounds of golf. Played the worst round of golf I've played since high school,
No.
but I stayed in the 80s
That's the worst round you've never shot above a 90 since high
since high
school?
school. Yeah. Isn't that
That's
crazy?
actually crazy.
Yeah.
Not
Like
even
I
one bad day since then.
like my bad day would be like an 85 or an 86. But I shot an
Stupid.
89.
So
Uh
you're what? Are you consistently like a 10 to 15 handicap?
I'm like a 6.
A six?
I'm like a 5 to a 6, yeah.
That's stupid. All
So like
right.
my average round is like 79.
What do you think you
But
could
like
shoot a pebble?
my good rounds are like 75, 76, and so therefore my
Oh,
handicap pulls it down a little bit lower. Pause.
all right. Here's a question. Here's a question. If you okay, pause. If you were to play Augusta National and you had a month to just like play and prep. You had a
Mm.
month of just focusing on golf. What do you think you could shoot at playing there with the like tournament level courses, greens, everything?
So I don't know about Augusta, but I will say this for context. I played Carnoustie, which is in Carnoustie, Scotland, and we played it in April, and they had the British Open in July there. And they told us that they were not cutting the rough, like they were letting the rough grow to what it was.
Yeah,
They had the
super thick.
greens rolled out because there were guys coming to practice that early.
Pause.
Dag damn it. There were guys traveling there to practice that early into the year. And
Oh,
so I played that course. We played with the caddy, and I shot an 81, which was
that's
9 over.
ridiculous. That's
And
ridiculous.
that round on a championship level course, playing the tips, pause, was the best round of my life, probably.
It's insane.
And I
81
shot
on a
9 over. Granted, I wasn't
that's
playing a ton of
crazy.
golf at this point in my life. So like if I actually did spend
A month.
a full 30 days just practicing and focusing on it, I could probably shoot in the single digits over par.
Really? At Augusta?
Yeah. I think
Wow.
I could shoot like 7 to 9 over par.
You'd be shooting like a 79 to 80.
Yeah. I think I could.
That's crazy. Even there are people who don't even shoot that on the tour, professional golfers when they play
But
Augusta.
well, that's just like they have a bad round. But like
I mean,
they
even
still do.
then, some guys don't do that. They get cut. They multiple rounds in a row and they can't do it. That's impressive.
I'm I am just speculating. That could be
But then
wildly
you're saying with
inaccurate.
a month of prep.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And
And I could see
that's
that.
based on how well I played at Carnoustie, and I played with a caddy, and I played for like I practiced for like a couple days before I left for Scotland.
Yeah.
But yeah, I shot an 81 there and felt like I was shooting phenomenally. It was so cool.
And you're like this, this is a trip of a lifetime, and you have the memory of it. You have the
And my dad
scorecard and
was so
everything.
mad because he played a poopy. He felt like a boob. And
Oh,
he played so bad at Carnoustie, and he like can't even like when we talk about our trip, like we talk about all the courses or whatever. Every time we bring up Carnoustie, he's like, "Yeah, I just wish I played better there." So we're like,
it's
"Yeah,
the
sorry,
only
Scott."
thing in his memory.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a little bit
Scotty.
funny, a little bit funny. So, anyways, it's fun to have my dad here. We went to a Rockies game last week, so
Yeah,
that was fun.
baseball, baseball.
Baseball. Let's go with the ball teams.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And my final question before we get to our segments tonight is, Jeff, how are you?
Wow, that was really deep.
Let's just pause
Stressed,
for a
but
second
I'm
and
ready.
think about it. Let's just
Let me
pause.
take a moment of silence. All right. Took a deep breath. I'm doing good. It's been very busy, and Saturday we are moving, and I hired movers for the first time ever because I just don't want to do this again, and it's gonna be super stressful. But
Well, shout out to
once it's over, it's
Chicago
over.
because Saturday in the park, I think it was the
Um,
4th of July.
Shout out to the Bear from the original Beef in Chicago.
Well, the
Shout out.
Bears, and they're playing right now, so
Well, the Bears,
it
Caleb
all
Williams.
cycles back. Yep, yep. So we're
I'm
really
doing good.
killing it right now. But
Yeah.
I've been worried about your brother, so glad you're doing good.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for the lookout, brother.
Yeah, got you. Okay. So do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. Um,
Actually, no, no,
I've
no. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first because
oh,
I'm gonna go from me to you, and then it'll go back to me for the draft.
okay.
We'll do
Very
that. That way, it's
good.
not doing twice in a row.
Very good.
Uh, very good, buddy. Very good, brother. Okay. So for today, this isn't very long. It's not a long pause segment.
Yeah. We're not used to things being that long.
Yeah. Okay. This one is just a test in the spirit of the Olympics, which we did not talk about yet. But I thought we could use this as a little fun
I
spring break.
noted it.
You had never really watched the Olympics, correct?
No, I have.
You did like when you were growing up, you watched it a lot, but just not recently.
Yeah, like we followed it and stuff, and I've been following it. I just haven't been watching a ton.
Okay, cool. So this little segment, I'm going to give you uh a few different events, and most of these are track and or field events. Okay. I don't know. We're gonna just
TNF,
gauge. This isn't yeah, TNF, track and
Thursday
field.
night football.
You're going to get two Ba-da-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Eh. Wait, that's not even Thursday. That's
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
not Thursday night
You're
football.
right.
That's
That's
NFL
is
on
that Fox?
Fox.
What's the
Yeah.
CBS? What's the CBS one?
Dun 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 dun. No, no,
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
that's NBC.
That's NBC. What about Sunday Night Football?
Um, wait, what is CBS? I think that was the dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun, dun,
dun
dun,
dun dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun, dun,
dun.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one's good. I love all of those. There you go. Like,
yeah.
well, someday we'll do a ranking of the best ones, and we'll
We
count
should do
them
that
down.
before the NFL season actually starts.
Let's do that. Let's table it, put a pin in it, and we will each have our own. And this we'll do it the next time. You can like you're gonna rate the best ones from 1 to 5. It's not like a draft where you steal it. It's
Hmm.
a rating system, and we'll see whose rating is better, whose 1 through 5 we think is better, and then
Or
we'll give it to
we'll
the audience
just
to
like
decide.
we'll put together a list
Yeah,
and like it'll be a
we'll
combined
compare.
effort.
Yeah, that sounds
Compare and
good.
contrast and
Ooh,
come
a Venn diagram
come together
and come together as one together,
as
as the Beatles
man
said.
and
Man and wife.
we were just quoting Princess Bride just before this.
It's too many quotes. Okay.
All right,
So this
hurry
one,
up.
I'm going to give you some events. and you get two chances. I don't know how close you're gonna get, but I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you the event, and it's either gonna be how many like how what the record is, and you're gonna guess what you think it is more or less. It doesn't have to be that close.
Okay.
Some of these might be easier. It's not like there's a lot of room for error. Um, but I'm gonna give you the event, and you tell me what you think the world record is in that event.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And we're just gonna go card. Some of these you may be way off, but I'm just testing your Olympic knowledge based on
Okay.
what you think. Okay. We'll
Yep.
start with an easy one. Start with an easy one. 100-meter dash.
Uh,
What would you?
10. No. Did Usain Bolt break 10 seconds? No, it's 10.27.
10.27 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.27 seconds. All right. We'll hold on to it. I'll just go through the few list of the ones I have, and then we'll go over your answers compared to the actual world record. Okay.
All right.
The 400-meter.
Mm,
What would you say?
oh, we're doing meters, not yards. Yeah, that makes sense. Just kidding. 400
Wait,
metre.
you're so American. We're doing meters, not yards.
Uh, 400 meter. We're gonna go with 44 seconds. 44.14 seconds.
4.14. Okay, perfect. All right. Next, we will go with the high jump.
Oh,
High jump.
the Flosbury flop.
The fl- Flosberry flop. Snosberries taste like snosberries.
Um, I have no
I'll
idea.
convert it. It counts it in meters high, but I'll convert it from your feet, from how many feet you'll think, and then I'll convert it.
Um, we're gonna say 8 feet, 2.5 inches. Those extra 2.5 inches make a difference.
Oh, I mean, that's honestly huge. The 2.5 inches is like massive. I mean, as far
That's the
as I
difference.
know,
That's the difference between
I don't know.
gold and bronze. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, gold's the one with the golden turd. You know what I mean? Third.
Third.
Okay. Next, we're gonna say the marathon. What do you think the world record marathon time is?
Oh, what's a marathon's the 26.2 kilometers?
26.2 miles.
No,
Yes. Marathon's 26.2 miles. Half
that was
marathon's 13.1.
that was kilometers.
There are kilometer races. There's like a 5K, a
Oh,
10K,
how
but
far is a marathon?
it's because of how far they had to run in Greece in the original Olympics. Come on, fool. Don't test my
26.2
Olympian
miles,
knowledge.
42.195 kilometers.
Yep. All right. How
Dude, I
far?
I have
That's the world record.
no
I know. So you're just gonna see. We're gonna see how close you are.
26 miles. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say uh 2 hours and 12 minutes. I don't know.
2 hours, 12 minutes.
I have no idea. That's a terrible guess.
Okay. Well, we'll do one more. We have four. We'll do one more, all right?
Okay.
How far or what do you think the world record in the discus throw is?
Mm, let's go with 67 meters.
Oh, you're going meters on it?
Yeah.
67 meters. Look at you.
Yeah. I'm a meters boy.
67, 67 meters. How did you get 67 meters? The amount of feet. You divided and then counted to it?
I divided back and then I multiplied and then I divided back and then I counted to it.
Okay. All right, you ready here?
Yep.
All right. You honestly did. pretty solid here.
Okay.
I'm impressed for someone who was guesstimating on half of these and just like pulling it out of your you know what.
My
I'm
rumpus.
impressed. Okay, 100-meter dash. By the way, who has the world record for the 100-meter?
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt. Nice job. That's an extra bonus point. The
Yes.
100-meter dash, you said 10.27 seconds. The actual world record, which is crazy because he broke it, was a 9.63. 9.63. So
I had a
you're
feeling
about
it was
two-thirds
sub
of a second.
I had a feeling it was sub 10, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't want to look like a fool.
Yeah, it was those in the 2012 Olympics when he broke that record.
I
And
was
fun fact, he also holds the record for the 200-meter
I didn't know that.
dash, which he broke in 2008 in Beijing, which I remember
In
watching that.
18 seconds?
19.3. Pretty quick. And that wasn't even his like favorite thing. He was a 100-meter guy.
Yeah.
All right. Then you did the 400. You said 44.14 seconds. The actual record, which was in 2016, was 43.03. So you were
Okay.
right there,
I was a
man.
second off.
You were about a second off of the
Day
record.
late,
So
second short.
they, it's second short. All right, high jump. You said 8 feet 2.5 inches.
Yeah, I did.
You did say 8 feet point 2.5 inches. And the actual record is 7 feet, 7.84 feet.
Okay. That's
So
not that bad.
so about what, 7'9" or so? Not
That was
too
like
not too shabby for not really knowing how
that's like
high a person jumps.
jumping over Wemby with room to spare. Spare
Spam. Actually, that's the thing I was going to tell you about. I'll save it for after as the funny thing
Oh,
that
oh.
I saw on YouTube. It was very funny. Hey,
Ah,
good
yes.
job. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. The marathon time,
Yeah.
you said two
No idea.
hours and
That was
12 2
that
hours
was
and 12 minutes was the record.
that was a terrible guess.
All right. The world record was 2008 in Beijing. It was broken by a Kenyan, and his time was 2 hours and 6 minutes, 32 seconds. You
What?
were 6 minutes away. That is really impressive. You were
No
6 minutes
way.
off. Very, very impressive.
That was the one I was expecting to be off by the most.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long time because you don't really know the pace, and those Kenyans, man,
Proportionately,
they
that one
go.
might have been the closest.
I mean, percentage wise, yeah, could have been
But it
very well
shoulda
could be, but
woulda.
you don't know your discus throw comparison
Oh,
right now
that's
either.
true. That one I got on the spot. I know that.
You think so?
Nope.
Okay. It's actually unbelievable this what you've done. That's why I'm saying the high jump was the only one that was maybe a little bit bigger gap, but the discus throw, you said 67 meters even
Mhm.
was a world record. The discus in 2004, this was when the world record was created by someone from Lithuania. His name is Virgilijus
Ooh.
Alekna, and he threw it 69.89 meters. So
Dude,
you were
what?
less than 3 meters off of the record. That's really
No way,
impressive,
dude.
dude. That's really impressive.
What? Am I a
Yeah,
genius?
dude. The fact that you haven't watched anything, I wouldn't even have known. In meters, no idea. And you were
Am I a
less than 3 meters
genius?
off. Am I better than everyone?
Am I amazing?
Something amazing, I guess.
I guess.
That's a Brandon thing. Brandon would say that all the time.
That's because Bentley used to say it all the time.
Really?
Brandon would say that because Bentley and I used to say that all the time.
Brandon quoted The Incredibles a lot, and he would quote Edna, and he would be like, "No
And guessed.
cakes," and he'd say, "And guessed," and he
And
would
guessed.
say, he would say, "Would you like to find out?"
That's a
And he
pretty
would
good
quote that
Edna.
all. He would do it all the time. It was his
I
thing
wish I
in
had a good
Incredibles.
Edna impersonation. That'd be a good one.
Edna mode and guessed. She's like, "Do you know where he is?"
Well,
Pull yourself
I
together. That's incredible. Okay.
I feel great.
Yeah,
after that. I think my
you
sickness has
did
gone
it.
away. You
It's
healed
you
me.
cured it. Now you just need to eat another cheesecake and you're good.
Oh, I almost just gagged, dude.
You did gag in your mind and
Well,
your brain
and my heart.
and your head, as Jack Black would say. Oh, that one actually. Wow, the mic picked it up.
Sweet. Well, speaking of food, Jeff, I have a segment for you. I gave you before we started the podcast, I gave you a list of 10 different M&Ms.
You did in alphabetical order, mind you,
Correct,
which
because
I'm just now noticing.
I didn't want to give away anything with this list.
And
So,
so you did it in alphabetical order to throw me off. Got it.
no, just to present
No, it's cool. It's
there's
cool.
no
It's cool.
bias
Whatever.
behind it. There's no bias.
Okay. All
We
right.
remove bias from this podcast. We are
We
strictly
are
above board.
equal. We are equal pay,
We are
equal gender pay gaps.
equilibrium. We are just all the things.
You ran out of witty things to say at the end of that.
No, it's actually it's a reference. I'll tell you later. Um,
Oh, brother, shut
yeah.
up.
So
Okay.
the list that I gave you was almond, caramel, crispy, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, minis, mint, peanut, peanut butter, and pretzel. Those are the
All right.
10 different M&Ms I gave you. So, according to ranker.com, I want you to cross off as many on this list till you get to the number one ranked M&M flavor. So for instance,
Cross off list.
if you think say you think pretzel's number one, you're gonna say, okay, well, I don't think it's crispy, so I'm gonna cross off crispy.
Okay.
And so I want you to work your way down. And so you're gonna get a point for every single one that you cross off. And if you get the number one correctly, you get an extra 2 points. So your goal is to get all of them correct. But if not, we'll see how you do. And next week we will do this with a different item.
Okay, so I'm going in reverse order of popularity.
Yep, it doesn't matter. You don't have to get number 10 first. You're just crossing
Yeah.
off
Like
and
it's
all of
just
them
it'll
until you
help
get to
me.
number 1. Yep, and I'll tell you
Okay.
what they are as you get to them, or what they ranked as you get to them. But this is according to ranker.com. It's not my list.
Okay. All right.
Again, we are equal opportunists here.
For M&Ms, this is
Yep,
interesting because some of these flavors haven't really heard about too much, but I can guarantee you that mint M&Ms are not number one.
correct. That is in the 9.
Can guarantee you. That is number 9?
Yep.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Well, you were hooked
Along
on a
those,
feeling.
um, more than a feeling. All right,
Often.
mints.
I'm hooked on a
Guardians
feeling.
of the Galaxy, brother.
Yeah.
All right, next one that I think is definitely not number one, which just because I never hear it is crispy. No way that's number one.
Crispy is in the 3 spot, brother.
Wow, really? Is of popularity?
Yeah.
That's great. Who's buying this? Are they selling it to minors? Miners,
So
not miners.
I think they actually just rebranded Crispy to Crunchy Cookie, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I will look it up.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, as popularity goes, I'm getting rid of dark chocolate. I know that's not number one.
Dark chocolate is number 10. So very good.
All right.
So you
I mean,
got the
I like dark chocolate, but I know the masses don't really like it over most other flavors.
Yeah.
Okay. Still pretty easy, but I know almond is not number one. It's up there, but it's not
Almond
number
is
one.
in the 8. Very good.
Yeah. All right. So I've only had one bad miss so far.
Yeah,
10, 9,
you've
8,
got the 8,
and
9, and 10
3.
off. Yep. From what it's looking like, they are not quite the same things. The crispy ones are slightly sweeter than Crunchy Cookie, but it looks like it's a rebrand. And I just bought
Hmm.
a bag of Crunchy Cookie the other day because of this list, and they were very good. So I finished that off this week.
Hmm. Yum, 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 yum. There's just a few of these that I feel like would be a sleeper in the position. Like a
Sure.
couple of these,
It's
peanut.
hard to
I
not get
love peanut.
tricked.
peanut M&Ms I love, but peanut butter M&Ms you chose in our draft as far as
I
those
did.
go. So it could be up
Good
there. I know
memory, sir.
caramel's
Good
pretty
memory.
solid. It's because it was heated. I was like, there's no way. And I felt very confident that the peanut M&Ms was the better M&M, and you said no.
Well, again, this is not my list, so this is
And
what
pretzel,
general
you
public
also
think of.
you also like pretzel, but
Love pretzel.
minis are also kind of a sleeper, but I think they're still up there. I just think they're number like 5, so I'm gonna say minis are gone.
Uh, Minis are number 5.
Oh, I knew it. Had a feeling.
So good job.
Minis feel
Fun
like the
fun
mini.
fact, I buy minis the most because I use them when I bake cookies instead of
Okay.
chocolate chips or anything like that. I use mini M&Ms and they provide a little extra crunch. They're really
Extra
good.
crunch. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I saved the best. I think this is in the 6th spot, and I'm gonna say the caramel is out.
That
I
is
think
in the
that's in the
7.
oh,
So
it's
you are still
close.
safe.
But who's in the 7? If I mean, if I'm going number 7,
You got the one,
7
two,
spot,
4, and 6 left.
and this isn't personal preference because personal preference, I think pretzel is fantastic, but I think pretzel, as far as popularity, is going to go in the number 7 spot. So pretzel's
That will
definitely
go
not
in the
number one.
6th spot.
Oh, 6th spot. Sorry, I
Yep.
reversed it.
So you got 1, 2, and 4 left.
Yeah, darn it. And I had a good feeling of that 3, man. I was shocked by which one was that? That was
Crispy being that
Chris.
high up there.
I never would have called that.
It's
This always
impressive.
felt like my top 3. Unfortunately, even though I love it, I know the peanut one has to be number 4.
You're saying peanuts in the 4?
Is that one I have left? I have the
You have
1, 2, and 4.
yeah.
No, you know what? Peanut butter is in the 4. Peanut butter
Final
is in the 4.
final
That
answer
one's
because you just backed out of your
uh,
other answer.
final. I did. The moment I talked about it, I was like, "You're right. Peanut butter's 4.
I was
Peanut
just
butter's probably
confirming that you were crossing it off your list.
peanut butter is number 4. Crossing it off.
Peanut butter is the 2 spot.
Wow, I shouldn't have gone back on it. I felt like well then that leaves just the 2, and I know
You
that
got the peanut and the milk chocolate left, and that's it.
well peanut is number 4. Peanut's gone.
That's where you're gonna be wrong today, sir. Peanut is in the 1.
And just so you know, I could never feel so good about being wrong in an instance, knowing that I made such a good pick in that last draft when I was so sure that peanut was the best flavor. And you, sir, would not let me have that. You were adamant that there's no way that I was going to win that draft based on that pick as well. And I just want you to know,
Hey, listen,
take it to the bank.
I got nothing against the peanut M&M. I'm just saying
I
my personal preference, peanut butter is better than it, which peanut butter came in the 2. Pause. Peanut butter was voted in the 2,
but the peanuts rule, man.
but peanuts ruled.
And what's crazy is 6% of the US population is allergic to peanuts,
That is crazy.
which
That
is
is
crazy.
crazy.
6%.
The adversity that peanut has overcome, pause, is
Under
impressive.
to have a solid portion of the population be allergic to you and still take the number 1 and 2 spot in the M&M fandom
Yeah, not only the
can't be
people that are
beat.
allergic to it, but like the people that have a family member that's allergic to it, or a little kid that says, I don't like peanuts, whining all
Yeah.
about it and stuff.
I don't
And
know any of those kids. There's no
they
kid I
still
know
have
that's like that.
fought back through this adversity and were voted as
I
number
I
1.
think I think half of those people who are allergic to peanuts just eat them anyway and just take like antihistamines. They just like, poke
They're
themselves
just
with a
cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Just
they just jam themselves in the arms.
yeah.
Wow, well, that was pretty
Right on.
solid. I was doing well up until the end. I went against my gut
Hey,
because
you
it
got
felt like
8 out of
milk
10.
chocolate.
That was impressive. You got 8 out of 10. So
Darn it.
I've got a couple more of these ranker items for you. I think they're fun.
That's a good one though.
We like ranking things. I don't know. It's just what we do
It's fun.
as humans and as lefties. That's what we do. So thank you for playing this game, Jeff. And
Thank
let
you
us
for
know
playing.
in the comments.
Lettuce.
Yeah, lettuce and tomatoes in the comments if you guys liked this segment idea. So, and
I'll
with that,
definitely let you
Jeff,
know.
I will turn the time over to you for our draft.
Well, I appreciate the time turnover to me. The draft, which was supposed to be last week and definitely had uh a major event happen that might make my top 5 pick of this draft. But it is, and I gave Lincoln a little bit of time, so this wasn't a surprise for him. And it is to give him the chance to think of some good ones because I wanted him to actually have solid instances in his brain that
You're
would
not
make
gonna
up for
change
it.
this list on me again?
No, this one I was excited for because I'm really excited. That I can change the next week's list. If we have a guest on it, then that's more fun.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, whoever our next guest is.
Nod, nod.
Nod,
Boobs.
nod, wink, wink.
For those of you not watching on YouTube, I caught Jeff. I caught him off guard there, and
Uh,
he was laughing really hard, but his laugh does not come through on his microphone. Dad gummit, I am
Pause.
I am
This is the
having a
worst.
rough day.
You're out 2 weeks. You've been out of the game.
I'm off my game.
The podcast draft of the day is things that happen during the day that would ruin your day. And this can range from minor inconveniences or a little bit more. And I feel like I don't know if this is going to throw you off what you already have, but I've ruled out some of the major things. Like I think we get the vibe of what I'm talking about. I ruled out like family member dying. That's not really
A little bit. It's a
that
little
it's
bit
too
too
dark.
morbid,
Yeah,
literally.
it's figuratively and metaphorically
Well,
and hypothetical.
yeah,
Uh, but all of that darker stuff that like way too far, I feel like we're ruling out. So
okay,
I think we get the gist, and I think I gave you one example from the last week.
sure. And
So
I have my list of 8 things because
okay,
I imagine that we'll have a few of the same type, or at least like in the ballpark of. So I wanted to be able to have enough of an audible. However, I'm extremely curious to know what your first overall pick is going to be. So I'm going to go second, and I'll let you take the first pick.
this one's super difficult, and I knew you'd do that because there's not a clear number one, so it's good to
See,
give it away to
I
me
felt like
first.
there could have been a clear number one for you, and that's why
Mm,
I wanted to see where you'd go with
I
it.
just
But
don't think this is a fun one because I don't think there's a lot of like stealing opportunities because we don't know what the other person's going to go. And this
yeah,
is based on experience and preference on some of these. Like,
I'm kind of
what gives you
being a
the it?
little bit more vague with mine, as in
You can be vague.
like
That
bigger
works.
things. Like maybe it's happened to me a couple times, but I'm just thinking like, what would ruin my day tomorrow?
If it happened to you,
Yes,
yeah.
and this is like the list that I created.
Like if you were going out throughout your
Caught
day.
myself there.
You did. You almost ruined it for
No, I
yourself.
didn't. I
I
set
came up with
myself up on
I
purpose.
oh, and I just blew it already. I created
Pause.
12 things on my list and just I have a wide range to choose from.
Okay.
And the number one is really difficult because so many of these would just completely have ruined my day before.
I think there's a
Just
clear 101, by the way.
a clear 101.
I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I'll be curious to see if you pick it with your second or third pick if you think I'm
Yeah.
not going to grab it. But uh mine, and it's happened to me twice. One time it happened at your apartment without you there, but it's happened to me, and that is making food, spending time on food, and then knocking over your food or tipping it onto the floor and spilling all of it
Spilling your
and
food.
having none left. So spilling all your food and not being able to eat it,
Dude,
especially after spending time making it,
yeah.
that's just that just is the worst.
Yep.
It's the worst. Like for me as a chef who loves cooking and making creations and spending a long periods of time in the kitchen. How many times have we FaceTimed and I'm cooking things in the kitchen like a good husband,
That's the only time you
in the
answer my
house?
calls now is when you're cooking.
And so I got to multitask. I'm over there with my spoon and my knife and I'm chopping away like Bobby Flay.
You're like Chef
Ooh, you hear
Curry.
that rhyme?
Dude, that was good.
You like that?
That was
That should
nice.
be just call me future, baby.
Ooh.
I'm rhyming. Ooh.
All
Okay.
right.
Go ahead.
So that 100% is
It's rough. It's bad.
is draft worthy. However, I think
Okay.
you can recover from that, particularly because when that's happening, especially for you, it's going to most likely be at night. And so your day would kind of be almost over already. And the next day, you're kind of over it when you wake up.
That's a double-edged sword, though, because sometimes things happen in the morning or things happen in the day, and then throughout the day, like I'm thinking about it, but it kind of gets forgotten. And by the end of the day, I'm not even thinking about it too much. But when you have the day of anticipation, where it
Sure.
hasn't happened
Sure.
yet, but you're excited for it and you've been prepping, you defrosted the shrimp and you make your cream sauce,
Pause.
pause, and you spend an hour in the kitchen creating that, and then you plate it and you
Yeah.
set it on your armrest, and then you accidentally bump the spoon and the whole thing flips upside down onto the
Or you
floor and
trip
there's none
over a
left.
gate and spill it all over my carpet, staining my carpet.
Yeah, the only thing, nothing was worse than ruining your food than having to clean up a stain out of a carpet on someone else's place.
And to
That is the
have your
worst.
friend right there and see you do it and just laugh at you for it.
And see me as I trip over, my pants come down a little bit and they see my crack. It was a triple embarrassment. So I didn't
Oh,
live
that's
through
gold.
that day anyway.
That is
So
gold.
what would you defeat? What would be better?
So for my first pick, I'm going to say a minor car crash slash car troubles.
Okay. That was
Like
on my list.
like
That's a
when
great
all of a
one.
sudden you go out to your car in the morning to go to work and your car doesn't work, or
Yeah.
you get a flat tire, or you have to pull over on the side of the highway and it's like right now it's bringing in the 90s every day and you're
Yeah.
having to change a tire on the side of the road, or your transmission breaks down and then all of a sudden okay, great, I'm gonna have to pay thousands of dollars to get this thing fixed now. Like
Yeah.
just
It's
like
enough, it's
it
major
ruins your
enough that it
day.
throws off your day, but also it's not over that limit of like
Yes.
too
I like
crazy.
a major car crash, obviously that's gonna ruin your day. But I'm talking about like a fender bender, something where you have to get
Your
insurance
battery's
involved. Like,
dead
yeah.
and you can't
Because
jump it. It's not
bec-
working.
like there's the inconvenience factor and there's the financial factor for me that it just ruins my day.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's definitely when it gets finances involved, it's not just my time and mental energy. It's a step above. Like I do think that's something that people experience enough, so that's smart. Good pick. And yeah, I mean, I had it on my list here. Emily actually like mentioned it to me and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's happened to me a lot with my
Yeah.
dinky old car." But yeah, great pick. Great pick. I respect it.
So for what to me was the clear 1 and 2 pick, which I get here, and I thought maybe you would have taken one of these. Um, flight gets canceled last minute.
I didn't even have that on my list. It's never happened to me. I've had delays in flights, but I've never had it canceled. So for
So I
me,
tried I
it
tried to go to
would, but
Oregon a couple Christmases ago, and this was like when they had all those major Southwest cancellations because like half
mm,
of America was frozen and there were storms. So like planes weren't even landing in Oregon because the runways were literal ice paths. So they couldn't even get planes to land like
yeah.
safely. And so we went to the airport, two kids. Flight is at like 6:30 in the morning. So we're waking up super early, leaving my place early. It's freezing cold outside. Got two suitcases, two car seats, a stroller, backpacks, snacks. You got to pack the whole day before. You got to get the backpacks, everything ready, snacks, tablets, whatever, keep the kids docile. And then you get to the airport and then your flight gets canceled and then you're trying to rebook and everybody else is trying to rebook, so you're spending time at like the kiosk and you're on the phone and you're just trying to figure out what's going on and you're trying to get a like, well, do we go home or do we just wait here and like try to figure out something from here? Then all of a sudden it's 12 hours later and you're like, yeah, we're not getting home. So now you need to get somebody to come pick you up from the airport, which is an hour away.
The whole process is horrible.
It
I just haven't
ruins.
had to experience it that. But yeah, that would completely ruin your entire day. I know I would mark it for me personally as like flight delay slash or cancel. Because even
Yeah.
if you're delayed by like 3 or 4 hours, that you
Oh,
can
it's
have
so stressful.
people picking you up.
Yeah.
If it's you're already a late flight in the day or whatever, it throws off all your plans of what you're gonna do. Like it just ruins it. So that's a great number two. I didn't even have on here.
So
Mine
yeah.
have I have a common theme with some of mine, so that's why I'm like, what do I prioritize in my life? You have travel in both of yours
Uh,
already.
true. Yeah.
So you seem to
I'm a,
live the luxury life.
I'm a planner though, and so like I plan things out to make sure I'm getting to my destinations on time and
Planner, I hardly know her.
oh, plantar fasciitis.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Sorry to all those who suffer from plantar fasciitis.
Yeah. Prayers are with you.
Shout out to you, brother or sister.
Yeah, we're sister.
Okay, second round or second pick for me. Uh, I mean, there's so many good ones that could just completely ruin your day and have for me as I don't know. This is a weird one, which again, it does seem it throws you off, but I have had enough of these things happen to me that really ruin it. And that is if I have been anticipating to go eat somewhere or get a certain item from a restaurant or a fast food, and I've been wanting to try it for weeks, and I'm like, hey, let's go tonight. And I'm thinking about it during work, and then you go there and you show up, and then they're out and they don't have it. And you've been thinking about that item, and you've been like, I've been wanting to try it forever, and they don't have it available, or they just are like, hey, we discontinued it. I don't even want to eat there anymore. I want to go home and eat my feelings and eat chicken nuggets and just be upset.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want to think about it. Nuggets,
So mine are related to traveling and yours are related to food.
because food ruins. I have three more. I have three more on this list. I could do only
What's
food related
what's
things,
funny
and it
is that
still
like
works.
you said major things to me when you told me the draft idea. You didn't say minor things. And minor I hardly know her,
Well,
but
Charles Minor,
yeah.
but I mean,
Well,
this is
Charles A.
still
Sprague High School.
these are major slash. Ooh. Well,
How would you
these are
classify that?
majorish minor. What do you mean?
Like food out of stock?
Yeah, I would classify it as like anticipated anticipated restaurant is out of item that you wanted. That's the only
Yeah.
way to
All right.
write it. It's happened to me more than once where I've been like planning it or I'm prepping it or gonna go try it. That would just ruin it. Imagine, which you don't really have to, that your all purpose, all seas, all dressed chips that you love, you had them at a store and you knew they were going to be sold in an American grocery store near you and for you knew it was going to be released in a
Yeah.
week and then you're waiting and then that day you get home from work and you go over there and they say sorry someone bought the last one earlier today and you're like huh
You're like, are you kidding me right
you
now?
could have stocked up you
Yeah.
just get home and be like I'm craving it now and there's nothing I can do.
Yeah. I mean,
There's no
because
substitute.
I'm classifying it as food craving out of stock. Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, especially when I'm on my period, and I just have cravings. Happens all the time, brother.
Whoa. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, when the moon is full.
the moon is the stars at night are big and bright deep in the heart of Texas.
Well, the temp at night.
The temp at night. So number three is more of a major thing. It follows
Okay.
along with yours.
Yep.
And it's happened to me a couple times. And in Texas, it's the worst when it happens, but that is when your AC goes out.
Oh,
And
that
when
is
your
such a
AC goes
good
out
pick.
and you can't do anything. Like you have to leave because it's too hot and you can't sleep. It ruins your night, and there's just nothing you can do.
Dude, you cannot sleep. And then the next morning you're frustrated because your AC still isn't working
And you
and you
feel
didn't
sweaty.
sleep and you're like
Were
sweaty and you
sweaty,
have to wash your sheets and like
shower, and yuck. Yeah,
yeah, dude,
your whole day. You just yeah.
that is a major inconvenience right there. Let me tell you.
Mm.
Especially in
And it
in
happens enough
Tejas.
with the power grid here. It's a
Dude.
bunch of poopy. Thank you,
Um
Greg Abbott.
okay. I am So for my third pick, it kind of falls along the lines of like your food craving being out of stock, but I'm just gonna
Mhm.
say plans canceling last minute.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like,
Even if it's later, like you're going somewhere, buddies are gonna go hang out with, and then they're like, "Hey, sorry, dude, like something came up, I gotta go help," and you're just that was your night, or that was
yeah,
during the day on Saturday.
yeah,
You were gonna go
exactly.
hang out.
Saturday, you like did your chores, you like were productive during the day,
Did your
and
chores got allowance? You know,
hey, I mean, I just
like
call
when
like
you're
the things
12
I
years
call the
old,
things that I need to get done around the house. I call them chores. Like,
you did your chores, your chore
why is that
list.
funny?
It's just funny. Like I would never call the things I have to do around the house like I have my housework and whatever, but like my chores. I gotta do
Yeah,
my chores.
I just call them
It just
chores.
feels like I'm a teenager again before I have to get to go to my friend Brody's house. Do your chores.
Okay, well,
Anyway,
thanks for shaming me about calling my
it's
housework chores.
funny
But
you
like I'm
called
just
it
talking about
yourself.
like you get all your stuff done. Like maybe there's like a service project or something that you helped out with, or you help somebody move. So like you feel productive and you're like, I have a positive outlook on the day right now because I know I'm gonna go do something fun later. Or
Yeah.
like I've got these plans and like I'm excited to go to this restaurant or whatever. And then like 10, 20 minutes before you get a text or a call and you answer it, you respond, you're like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like stoked, like your happy countenance. They're like, "Hey, actually gonna have to cancel. I'm so sorry." And you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
"Ah."
If you can't, so that's the same with golf. Like imagine it's like you're about to go golfing and then it rains right before and
What's
you're
what's
about
wrong
to
with
go,
what's wrong with playing in the rain?
but it's like pouring. And then you're like, your buddy says, "Hey, actually, I can't go anymore." And then you're like, "Oh, okay, never mind." And then you're just at home upset, and your whole day you were going to spend 4 hours. You were going to spend 4 hours golfing, and now you have nothing to do with your day. Yeah, that would make me really upset.
Yeah. Okay, so with I've got I've got my top 3 picks off the board now.
Okay.
And I feel like some of these might be a little bit too serious, so I'm gonna maybe take it a little bit lighter.
Oh, so you did have serious ones. Wow.
Well,
All
not
right.
ultra serious, but I guess maybe I'm just drawing on my recent past.
Oh, I know. Okay. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You're gonna win the draft at this point now. All right, buddy. Go
No,
ahead.
no, no, no. This is
Ruin my whole chances.
no,
Oh, my things will pale in comparison of what you're about to say.
I'm not gonna take it. I was just gonna say relationship issues. Like I was gonna be very broad with it. Like that
Eh,
that ruins
sure.
your day. But that also, depending on the severity of it, it could ruin your month or your week or whatever it is. So I'm not gonna take that. Um,
Yeah,
but
that feels a little too broad.
sure. And that's well, I didn't want to be specific.
Well, you only be Pacific Ocean.
Dude, I love Pacifica. The
But,
Chrysler
well,
Pacifica.
the Pac Northwest.
Well, it's gonna make you want to go out and buy a Chrysler.
Well, Chrysler, hardly know
Stop.
her.
Okay. So my next one, I'm gonna just say like I'm gonna be a little bit broad with it, but I'm gonna just say getting embarrassed in public. And
Yeah, I mean,
this could be
dependent, but if
like
yeah,
tripping or like uh
anything.
yeah, just anything in
I can
public.
think of a lot that have happened to me that I'm like, if I got
Like
embarrassed easily, I probably wouldn't even like ever talk
yeah,
about it because luckily I don't. It takes a lot, and I've still been embarrassed,
yeah.
and I have
But
stories upon stories to
like
tell
say
you.
you're at like a park or something and there's a bunch of people around and you like trip and just eat it. Like
Yeah,
not only are you like minorly hurt, but like your ego is bruised.
and people
Or
will bring it up to you for in the future a bunch of times.
or oh,
Anybody who
careful,
sees you,
careful, don't fall.
yeah, hey, don't trip over to that shadow. Oh,
Or like
yeah.
you're taking a drink and your drink like spills and it goes all over you. Like just like a minor thing in public. Like it's not that big of a deal that it happened, but like your ego is bruised and like you just feel super dumb. So I'm going to say
Yeah.
getting embarrassed in
Public,
public.
public embarrassment. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely good. That's a good one. Yeah, there's so many on. Oh my gosh, I have like I have 8 that would go on my uh honorable mentions because they all are honorable. They're just
Yeah.
less they're just less serious, but they still you think about it and you're like, "Oh my gosh, like that would just make me so angry." I have 2 more that could be food related that I could do and I would just and you would be like, "That totally makes sense."
Yeah.
And you would agree, but as far as
Well,
the top
see,
5
I've got
goes,
I've got minor inconveniences, and that list is like 40 deep. But it's
man, you
like,
spent some time.
no, that was no time at all. I'm quick
Okay,
with it.
quick. All right, this one definitely
Well,
anticipated
he's
or
quick with a joke or to light up your smoke.
ooh,
But
I
there's
don't even
somewhere
know
that
that.
he'd rather be.
Which one? What is that? What's that quote?
It's from a
What song
song.
is that? Is that Dame Dalla?
Nah, it's Piano Man.
Oh, he's quick with a smoke and he's light with a joke and it's out of your mind. I don't even remember the lyrics you just said out loud and I just still
Oh,
mumbled
he's
them.
quick with a joke or to light up your smoke, but there's somewhere that he'd rather be. Oh,
That's right.
la da 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 dee da da.
It actually shows up through the microphone really well.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Should I
This
go
one,
into public singing?
public singing, no, that'd probably rule under the public embarrassment part, so
Oh,
let's
yeah,
not do
that
that.
that'd be fair.
But your accents would work.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this one has happened to me a couple times, in other ways with people and without, but that is if you have a highly anticipated movie or TV show that you've been waiting for a long time and you watch it and it's terrible in comparison. That just, especially a TV show where you start it and they completely blow it, and you know that you have the rest of the show you've been waiting for, that you're like, I almost don't want to watch the rest of it.
So
Ruin my whole day.
what's the number one show that you're talking about?
TV show or movie?
Either.
I mean, one that happened was the Three Body Problem show on Netflix. I read all the books and was really excited, and it
Nerd.
just was horrible. Don't call me nerd.
You read all the books,
Yeah, I did 3 full books.
but the children love the books.
That's such a good line. Wow, that's really deep quote, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow,
Wait,
I'm impressed.
shout out to those who know exactly what we're talking about, but
Type it in.
we're not even gonna say what the movie is, so let us know in the
Type it in the
comments.
comments,
Yep.
please, because I'm interested to see who could even pick that up.
I'm just glad that you got there.
See, you did it in the exact way she says it. It's so good. Okay.
Shout out to the nuns taking care of the orphanages.
Uh,
Also, is that even a real thing in real life? Like, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think that's real. Israel, Palestine.
Israel. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Uh, so I don't know, but movies. There's been multiple movies where that's happened to
Okay, so what
me,
would
and
you
I was
call
just
that?
so hyped.
End of
Anticipated
show.
and anticipated media is awful.
Okay.
So whatever you were anticipating, and then you get to it, and it completely falls flat, and that's ruined my day so many times. Where I was like, that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to go watch that, or I wanted to see that show, and then you start it, and you're like, who cares? Like that was the worst thing. They ruined it. They spent so much time and effort. Like Star Wars, the last Star Wars movie, I was like, come on, you can do something with this, and then they said, hurry up, do something good.
Okay. Well, for your fifth and final pick, Jeff, where are you going?
Oh, so many ways I could go with this. Uh,
Well, Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. I mean, I know you're not going to take either one of these. I just don't know which one is more valuable at the 5 spot.
Sure.
That will turn more.
Round out your team.
Yeah, round out my team, and I could go another food way. Should I or should I not? Should I
Well,
go?
Master Oogway.
That's well, a peach tree is only ever a peach tree. Well, actually, we quoted this today with Emily. I had some mac and cheese, and I went like this, and I started blowing on the macaroni, and she's like, "What is that from?" And I was like, "Come on!" And I did the head shake, and she's like, "What is that?" I know that, and it's when he's blowing out the candles, and then he goes whoosh, and all the candles go out because he's trying to tell him, and Uguay's just going
I don't remember that.
and blowing out each individual can, dude, and it's like
I don't
such a
remember that.
small part, and I love it. And then
Okay.
she
Well,
got it anyway.
my girls have been enjoying Kung Fu Pandas. We've been watching those. Shout out to Peacock
Wow, cool.
because that's where we've been watching them.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my gut for my fifth pick, and that's if there's no more hot water when you're going to take a shower, and it's just cold,
That
and it's just straight up cold. You're like
that
you need a hot
sucks.
shower, and it's just and there's no hot, and you can't just wait, like it's just gone, and you have to just take a quick shower, or you have to like barely do it, and you're like, what am I supposed to do? It's not even lukewarm; it's just cold.
And it's the worst when it's winter time and you're already cold
In
and
Rexburg,
you're looking forward to that hot shower just
you've been
warming
in
your
the snow.
bones.
You've been out between
Y'all been
classes, and
playing
it's
like a bag
been
of bones.
a bag of bones out here. Champions will
Um,
pay the price.
I can't tell you the last time my hot waters run out on me, but
Your first
that
world
does
country right
suck.
here.
Yeah, like that can definitely like set your day off, especially if it's like in
And
the morning or
yeah,
something like that. And then you're just like, I just like don't feel right.
it would
You know what I mean?
happen in Brazil a few times, and we'd be so mad, so mad, just ruin your
Uh,
day.
I did not expect that, but like the hot water and the AC, like
Those are both just
those
things
are
because you spend a lot of time at
related.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
I'm excited to hear your
Honorable
like honorable
mentions.
mentions because
Yeah.
it's gonna be. I'm gonna see how many are similar.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna not like one of them's a little bit vague and kind of like maybe not overly serious, but kind of just it's not the five spot. That's not what I'm looking for here in the five. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So instead, I'm gonna go with waking up late,
Hmm.
as in you've got morning
You're late to
meetings.
something.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
you've
Yeah.
got morning meetings. Say you've got an 8:45 meeting and you got to get for me downtown, which is in the morning a 45-minute drive. And I wake up and it's 7:45. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh no. I got to get ready in like 10 seconds and then I got to pray that traffic is not miserable and then I'm running out the door and then I forget something or like all of a sudden your day is just set behind. And so you're just stressed from the get-go instead of waking up when you're supposed to, having the time that you need to get everything going. And so you just feel like you're just behind on your day all day long. At least that's how it is for me. So that's what I'm going to take
Yeah,
my final spot.
if you're missing stuff or something happens that actually throws you off, 100%. No question about it. You feel terrible the rest of the day because it just didn't it's a wrench in your system.
Yeah. And then you
And
feel
you
like
didn't
you
you
feel
oh
like you're
you
playing catch up all day and mustard
and well and mustard and ranch.
and
But
relish.
if you're you might forget something too. If you wake up late, then it throws you off. Then you might forget to do a certain thing before you left, which then it gets it more. It's like a compounding
You didn't
thing.
make your lunch, so now you got to go out and buy lunch.
Yeah, because you didn't have time. You didn't have time to do your morning doo doo. So then you gotta wait to do it at lunchtime or something. It's just too crazy. Yeah, there's
Yeah. You
too
didn't
too
even
many
get to make
things.
breakfast, so you're just relying on like a granola bar and that's then you're hungry
No, or second breakfast.
and then second lunch and then first dinner.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then twosies.
Yeah, so that's my
Wow,
list. So, to
that's
recap our
true.
teams,
Great.
Jeff, you've got spilling all of your food.
That's so sad, dude. I
Uh
thinking about it right now makes me sad.
that's really funny though. Your food craving being out of stock, your AC going out, anticipated media is a huge letdown, and hot water runs out. So
Yeah,
yours
hot water, cold shower,
clearly yours is related to like your home and
home,
your
home
food.
things.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
And for
correct.
me
Where I spend most of my time.
it's like travel or like getting
Yeah,
to places cuz mine is car problems, flight canceled, plans canceled last minute, public embarrassment and waking up late.
yeah, dude, we're so different. This was like our
That's funny.
grilled meats one. You had all different animals, and I had just beef is what's for
Yeah,
dinner.
yeah, you're just a beefy boy.
Yeah, where's the beef, lady?
Well, that was a fun draft. Thank you for that, Jeff.
Well,
Honorable
well, honorable
mentions.
mentions. Okay.
Yeah. Um,
Um.
my first one, unexpected medical bills.
Oh yeah, money again. If you're gonna go with it, yeah,
Yeah.
unexpected
Oh,
bills in general
yeah. Sorry,
show up,
I
and then
should
you're
have said
like,
bills,
oh,
but
I need $150 goes to this. I forgot. I thought I
yeah,
paid
you're
that.
like, I paid my
Yeah,
copay. Like, why am I getting a medical bill right now? Like, it just
and
pisses you off, and then you have to deal with
yeah,
insurance, and you get that like during the middle of the day. Like, you get like an email, and you see this, and you're like, what is this even for? Like, and then you try to fight it, and whoever you talk to doesn't know what they're doing. So then you're spending 45 minutes on the phone. Like that type of stuff ruins my day. Obviously, it's related to finances because finances stress me out, and that ruins my day. But
yeah. Yeah, any sort of finance stuff would make you. I would just be thinking about it throughout the whole day whenever it happened.
yeah,
Uh, Mine is if I get sunburn really bad in the morning during the day, then the rest of it, especially on my back or shoulders,
that's
I can't
funny.
even wear a shirt properly because I'm so like it's so tender, and you have to put that like aloe vera on it, and then your shower if you can't do a hot shower. So like the rest of your day, you're just like walking around like uncomfortable, like you're sore because the
That's funny.
burn is just on. Maybe you haven't done it, but I get
Oh
burned
no, no, I've
so
done it.
easily.
It's just that would have never made my list of things that ruin
That's
your
why it's
day.
well, I mean, it's on the honorable mention, so obviously it didn't make the top five.
Correct,
But
but it is
but
just
I've
funny
had
like how
enough
different ours
enough
is.
instances.
Mine's finance related. Yours is like personal home.
Dude, I can't lay you can't lay on your back.
True.
You can't
Can't
lay on
sleep
that. You
well.
can't your shirt, yeah, you can't sleep well. Like it's just so uncomfortable and you're just walking around. Someone touches your back and you're like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
You can't it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, what's
My other
next?
one, it very similar. It was just like getting injured, like a minor injury, like rolling your ankle when you're an adult, and then all of a sudden you're like gimping around, and you're like, this is not serious enough to like go to the hospital or like get this fixed, but like my knee
Yeah, rolling your
legitimately,
ankle.
my knee legitimately hurts, or like, do I need to wear a sling right now because I just hurt my shoulder? Like this ruins my day because now like I can't do what I want to do and I'm like gimpy and I'm like crap, I have to take care of myself. Like I can't just live normally now. I got to think about this stuff.
Along the same lines, like if you stub your toe super bad and it's you just wreck your toe
That's a minor
without like
one.
shoes on,
That's a minor
it's
inconvenience. And
if
don't
you're
say that
thinking
because that's on my minor inconvenience list.
if you're thinking about it all day, that's enough to throw you off.
Sure.
This list was a combination. That's what this list was. This wasn't like major everything's ruined. Like these were inconveniences that can ruin
Yeah.
your day,
Um,
regardless. And if it's enough to ruin your day, which it can be, and that's why next on my list, which is featured in The Office, a cold open with Jim, is when he
biting your
bites
lip.
his lip multiple times.
Yeah. Because once you
Especially
bite it
for me,
once,
it's swollen, and you'll bite it again. And I get canker sores super easily,
dude, me
and I get
too.
and the moment I bite my lip, it's going to get infected with something, bacteria, and it's going to get become a canker sore, and it'll be there for a week and a half. And no matter where it is, and I have a massive bottom lip compared to my top lip.
Yeah,
Look at the proportions.
you got nice plumpy lips, Jeff.
I've got the big. It's just it doesn't match. All of this
I
went to
bet
here.
Emily likes biting on that, huh?
She just punches me in the lip every time because she sees it. She's like, make it bigger. Pass it on to the
What is it,
next.
the Caitlyn or Kendall Jenner lips?
Yeah, where are you? Yeah, that thing.
Somebody clip that, please.
No, please don't. I knew what it did the moment. I was like, wait, pause. All the pauses, please. No. Yeah, that's a horrible one. Biting your lip though ruins my whole day because it's swollen. You can't eat. You have to eat on the other side. You're just like thinking about it, you chew gum, and it's bad.
You want to hear the most like dumb thing ever that I hate about that is that I can't eat
What
sunflower seeds anymore.
when you have
A canker sore.
canker sore because it's just the saltiness and it hurts.
And like the sunflower seeds are sharp, and I always throw a
Yeah,
handful in my mouth at a time.
and it's
Pause.
and then it
And so
stabs
then
you.
I'm just yeah, it's just the worst.
You know
It
what I'm
does
gonna
suck.
do? I'm gonna go through eventually all of our podcasts, and I'm gonna find all the little moments. Just every time we say the word pause,
Pause, pause,
I'm gonna
pause, pause,
find
pause,
that,
pause, pause, pause,
and
pause,
it's just
pause,
I'm
pause,
just
pause,
gonna
pause, pause, pause,
compile every one of those words, us saying pause, pause,
pause, pause,
pause,
pause, pause,
pause,
pause.
and I'll do that because that'll be really funny.
Yeah.
I swear, I vow to eventually do it on my grave of
On my
an
honor,
animal.
I will do my
I'll do my
best
best
to do
to do
my
my
duty
duty
to God and my
out of
country
my country, to obey
and
the
to
scout
obey the
law,
scout law, to help other
to help
people at
other
all
people at all
times,
times, to
to
keep
keep
myself
myself
physically
physically
strong,
strong,
mentally
mentally
awake,
awake, and morally
morally
straight.
straight, and then cold, tired, and hungry. Amen. That's what we always said.
I
We always said
yes, I totally
we
forgot
always
about
said
that.
cold, tired, and hungry. We would just add it to the end because it
That's yeah,
was
dude.
scout camp.
We had yes at Scout Camp. That's where people did it. It's so funny.
I was like, I can't say it now without saying those last three at the end.
That is
Cold,
so
tired,
funny.
hungry.
I
Amen.
forgot about that. A scout
Last
is
trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent, cold, tired, and hungry.
and reverent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And cold, tired, and hungry. That's where we said
And
it
cold,
at.
tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your last honorable mention? If you
Um,
or you can do two more if you want.
I was just gonna say uh, like, like disagreements at home,
Okay.
where you have
Let's
like
start
a
deep.
family disagreement or like
Oh yeah, even growing up,
yeah,
you have a
like
big
just
one with
like
your parents, completely throws your day.
yeah, like
You're walking
with your
around the house
parents, even like
awkwardly.
with like your siblings, and like all of a sudden there's just like contention in the home ruins my day.
Yep, I totally agree. My last one was, I mean, I had multiple. Again, completely would throw. Oh, it would just throw my day off if I woke up and I started to get that tickle in your throat and like your nose was feeling a little stuffy and you just knew you were gonna start getting sick like you did. And the rest of the day you're just aware of it and you're just angry because you're like, especially with me, I know I'm gonna be sick for a week and a half. And
Dude,
so right when I get it,
I'm sick for like 2 days at most, and then I'm fine.
that's great for you, pal. Keep it up, because that's
Yeah.
not me.
Well,
Emily, that's the
my
same.
body's a temple, and my body's a wonderland.
Your body is a John Mayer. Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's the Andy ways, is it? Your hand on my body on it.
And then he's like rubbing his body.
Whoa, censor that.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a good list. That's a good one though. Some
It's a good
great
list.
conven. It's really interesting how we weigh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna do this with
It
my hands anymore.
it is funny that like we have these differences that I like never really noticed before, but like are totally present.
Yeah, the things you
But
experience all the time. I could have put a bunch of them. Like if I found a big long hair in my food at a restaurant, dude, oh, it's over. I'm
dude,
so mad at that
that
point.
wouldn't ruin
Like
my day though.
yeah, if I was eating it and it was in my teeth and I went like this
Oh,
through my teeth, yeah, but don't throw up. If
uh,
I squeegeed it back through my teeth like floss, dude, it's over. It's over at that point.
I've never
I'm not
had that
eating.
happen to me though.
You've never had a big hair in your food before at any
Not
restaurant
I've
ever?
not flossed it through my teeth, you freak.
It's because I was biting it and I was like, and then I throw it full and it goes, and then I go like this.
And you're like, er,
It's squeaky. I'm like, Emily, did you see this kernel in my tooth?
You're like,
Horrible.
do I smell popcorn?
Also, getting a piece of popcorn kernel in the back molar
Dude,
stuck all day and it won't
Jeff,
come out.
stop saying the minor inconveniences. Those are on
Bro,
my list.
we're not doing another one of these. All right, this was it.
No, we're doing a minor
there's
one later.
too many of mine were minor. Charles Minor. That's
Yeah.
not going to work because I already took a bunch of mine. So you'll win the next
Ah,
one too because you have so many minor inconveniences.
yeah.
It's
Well,
okay. There's too many draft ideas to have to go back on the same
yeah.
idea, basically.
We'll get back to happier drafts.
Yeah, that's true.
This was kind of a bummer of a draft, but it's
It just
still
makes me
funny.
I'm so self-aware of anything bad that could happen. I'm like, all right, don't stub my toe, don't bite my lip.
Oh, it's
You're
funny,
like,
man.
don't have my flight cancel. Wait, that
I'm
doesn't
like,
happen.
yeah, like I'm trying to think of the last like negative draft we've had, and I think that's it.
Yeah, they're
I
mostly
think
good.
I think
Mostly.
that's like yeah,
It's a very
that's our like
bummer draft.
most bummer of a draft that we.
You're welcome, America.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh well, thank you for listening to the Left Hand Backhand podcast. Um, share with your grandma. Shout out to Nana for
John
letting Jeff
Tanana.
record.
She made a guest appearance
She did,
in the video.
and we
Yeah.
love Relief Society. Um,
Yeah. We do. The quote. That was great. We do love Relief Society here. Wow. Those of you who know, you know.
exactly.
There you go.
Wow. And with that, Jeff,
With that,
what's the final word today, brother?
final word of the day. Don't be paying attention to all these negative things in your life, all the inconveniences, because there's always going to be a minor inconvenience. There's always going to be something around the corner, just around the river bend.
Just pay attention to the
Pocahontas
major
says.
ones.
Just look at the major ones, and those don't happen very often, and then you'll be okay because they're few and far between. Focus on those. All right.
All right, lefties out.